welcome to another episode of the Bug Report. They probably should have led with this. I should have started this whole series off with Star Wars Lethal Alliance. And I know most of you must be saying out there, Star Wars? What in the what? What? This was the most spin-off that Star Wars could ever possibly get to. This came on the DS, obviously, and the PSP. I tested the DS version a whole hell of a shitload. It was probably the most major game I worked on first in terms of the amount of time I played it. I played for maybe like half a year. I got really good at speedrunning it. It could be in like 2 hours, like a 4-hour game and shit. I'm not doing that today. Today, we're just strolling down some of the bug-infested memories I have of this particular title. I'm going to show you a few things I know are still in this game to this day. We're going to the single-player adventure quest mode, and it's quite a quest of nothing. So, a few years ago, in a star system relatively close to us, Lethal Alliance stars, I think, Kyle Katarn, and not stars him, no, God no. Kyle Katarn appears, I think Leia also does. Try to keep your expectations in check about how there's just so little on the line. Galactic Empire sees control of the galaxy. Imperial forces have imposed martial law on countless planets, ruling through fear and intimidation. Hey man, you just, whatever works. Governments do not resist, fearing the Emperor's wrath, but secretly, a rebel alliance is forming on the city planet of Coruscant. I always used to call Coruscant croissant. The mercenary Rianna, shining bright like a diamond, wages her own battle against the Imperials. So, here's a bunch of Star Wars stuff, and then it's Rianna Saren. Rianna Saren, we'll see, is of a particular race in the Star Wars lore that never usually gets its time to shine, but this is the one game that does. There she is! She is a Twi'lek, but not like fucking Darth Talon Twi'lek. God damn, it's much less cool Twi'lek. Drop your weapon. Whatever. You're gonna be hearing that a whole hell of a shitload. So we're on Coruscant. I can control my character, and that's about it. I can turn the camera. I have this bad roll that gets you into lots of trouble with bugs. Well, it used to, at least. I have a blaster. It kind of shoots this backdrop of Coruscant. You can see that this is a DS game. Now, I'm not going to mince words. The PSP game is like 1,000 times better than this in terms of just about everything, but I never got to test that game. This was made by Ubisoft. I want to say Casablanca? I don't know. I guess there's a force field here that I'm hitting all of a sudden. That's kind of a bug. You can see that, because now I can go through, but once I go over here, it's hitting something, an invisible stormtrooper. Ooh, that's a C-bug. Look at that, that's bullshit. So the interesting thing to start this off right is that I walked into, yes, select, okay. Select, you can't see the bottom screen. I'm gonna cut that off just due to simplicity's sake, be able to see the main screen. But it just says, just escape the roof of the nearby building. Building is capitalized for some reason. That's also a C-bug. Okay, so when I joined up with the group it was more or less a testing lab. It would take different projects from clients all over the world, basically. And they had a few Ubisoft games and a few LucasArts games. And for whatever reason, Ubisoft published this LucasArts game. Just Lethal Alliance, I think, Millennium Falcon game for the GBA or the DS. And I was asked, all right, we have 2 games that need some people. What do you want to work on? You can work on either Totally Spies or a Star Wars game. And I took a minute to think, and I said, I'll take the Star Wars game. It was the wrong choice. And I always appreciated that boss giving me that choice. You never get that choice in game testing. You are put on a fucking title and you are there for life. And this bug is this little like anti-gravity platform. Once you get on it, it'll start going up immediately. But once you get on it and then immediately roll back out, yeah, some things can happen. Just try to feather it a little bit. So then I'm going to fall down, and I'm going to hit absolutely nothing. And there's our first major thing. Not quite a B-bug. That's still kind of C level. Because they're like, well, who would do that? I'm like, me, motherfucker. Now let's just try Fred Dursting as fast as we can in here. So fall damage also kills you. You can shoot through the glass for whatever reason. Maybe it can take blaster fire. In lock mode, let's lock mode. So as soon as you get to an enemy, you just lock onto them, and all shots will kind of go. The combat is kind of brain dead in here. They do try to spice it up a little bit here and there. You can also do melee strikes. We're not going to be able to do that for a while yet, but the tale of Rianna, and Zebo, or Zeo, there's a droid here. We're not going to get to him for a little while, but the reason why it's called Lethal Alliance because of our little droid buddy. So this is kind of destructible. And the door just kind of blows apart. I don't know, the atoms just hated each other. So once I get close to this stormtroopy, use B to use the Thorn of Ryloth. Jesus. Press B 4 times for an instant kill. The Thorn of Ryloth! And then the John Williams score just doesn't kind of go away. It just stays here now for some reason. This music that we're listening to now is etched in my memories. I just remember hearing this on loop, because when you're doing bug testing, usually, it's like, oh, I found a bug, and then you stop playing the game for a bit, you still have your headphones on, then you go to your workstation, your computer, and you input a bug into the database, and so you have your headphones on, and they're just kind of on an idle part of the game, and you're just listening to the background music over and over and over again. So yeah, every fiber of my DNA has this music into it. Halt! Fucking stormtroopers die quick in this, and there's no difficulty settings on this game as far as I remember. So something has happened. I guess we escaped to the rooftop of Coruscant. Kyle Katarn! Rianna Saren. That's right, don't wear it out. Don't let my weird sex tentacles fool you. I've heard a lot about you. I doubt Kyle Katarn has heard shitloads about nothing about you. It's all true. Every bit of it. What? Wait, what? It's all true, every bit of it. Is that just cribbing a line from something else, and then they cribbed that line to put in the Force Awakens? Someone explain to me the genesis of the line, it's all true, every bit of it. Is that just the thing that Han always says in general? I'm so confused. What do you know about Black Sun? Oh god, remember Black Sun? It had that weird, creepy lizard man that ran it. It was Shadows of the Empire shit. I know they're the biggest criminal organization ever and have many large penises. I don't care about that though. Did you know they have a warehouse in their sector? No, I don't really care. I've heard rumors about a warehouse in this sector. There are several crates in that warehouse marked for Imperial delivery. I need you to break in and take one shipment. No more, no less. You mean steal it? Sounds dangerous. I charge extra for hits against Black Sun. Name your price. We'll pay half now and half when you deliver the goods. Ah, that's fair. You've got yourself a thief. Ugh, don't cut back to that art. So we're in a slightly different environment. We just kind of warped there. You hear this weird pitter-patter. It means that there's stormtroopers or some type of enemy close by. So I think... There you go. Come on, you motherfuckers! Yeah. Yeah, I did it. And that's the obstacle course. Halt. So, the other bug is that those guys said halt in a very voice-modulated stormtrooper way, but they're not stormtroopers at all. They're actually just some weird aliens that have normal alien faces, but they reuse the same voice clip. I think, not by me, but I think someone put a suggestion bug saying maybe not have that because it's pretty bad, and it was promptly ignored. So this is Rihanna's running speed. You'd think she'd be a little bit faster because she's so lethal. But not really. This is about as fast as she can go. I have to say, for the DS, even though these environments are actually probably really simple to construct, they look okay. That makes me think of Coruscant or some other busy Star Wars city. And we're gonna make our way into like the smaller area. You also have like 3 different blasters at your disposal. They just, it's just better damage. I don't remember if they have any actual advantages in terms of like homing ability or anything. You pretty much home on everything you can see, so I don't think it matters too much. Sometimes the tracking on your target lock is not as good as it should be. Just shoot everything until it's dead. At least it sounds like Star Wars shit. So you can see more of these halt guys, or again, don't have stormtrooper helmets. Why am I getting so irrationally angry over this? Usually when testing a game like this, when it's so limited, you just do this over and over and over again. If you see a spot where you're like, maybe I can just a little squeeze in there, it's always worth trying. Oh god, all the time, every time. Okay, here we have another platform. Always good for a laugh. So let's do that. What happen if we do this? That's what happen. Uh-oh. Who's there? Drop your weapon. Halt! Halt! Blast it! Okay. Zeo! Finally! So, predating like a droid design from much later, I have to find that Twi'lek. So I don't know what happened in that cutscene. So now I'm Zeo. So this is the other part of the game where it's kind of like a Metroid Prime. Why would I even say that? It's a first-person sort of thing. You have like electroshock. I don't think I can do it yet. Oh, I know I can do it a lot. And you kind of, I don't know how Zeo got saved, but he got saved somehow, and now we have to go find Rianna and join up to form the Lethal Alliance. So we're against the final boss. Spoilers for Star Wars Lethal Alliance, but it's just this asshole that used to be. He used to have Rianna work as an entertainment slave, I believe they're called in this. And you just blast his fucking arms until they're dead. We have Zebo, though. Zebo can do shit like this. Do weird shit. Doesn't really help out too much, but I guess it's something. Okay, so these racing sections, are kind of fun, but not really. But some of them are a little fucked up. If you can attach to these walls in a certain way, things can happen. Like stuff like this. If you hold left and right in certain directions when you attach onto these walls, all these obstacles can't really hit you. It's a thing that I remember bugging, but it's pretty hard to do. This actually took me a couple tries to get going, but you can see it's pretty real. In some of these speed run sections, you can actually just go out of world a lot. Like this! So yeah, I remember once I got my own DS copy of this game, I think I bought it at a con, I was like, oh, memories. There's some stuff that's just placed out of boundaries, too. I was able to reproduce this on a hard copy of the game, and I'm like, yeah, still got it! So I think once I get to the end of, like, the finished point of this, I'll just automatically win. That, or I'll just be racing forever. Alright, I think I'm kind of stuck in this void. I've been here for like 2 minutes now, so yeah, that's the most major bug I know that's still in the final code of Star Wars Lethal Alliance. But I think that's it for Star Wars Lethal Alliance. I hope you guys enjoyed this real deep dive into my past. It's not a bad game, all things considered, but I mean, you might as well just play the PSP version. I think it's much better overall. I only seen videos of it, haven't actually gone hands-on, but let me know in the comments. There's still a few games, a few little, especially DS ones I haven't gotten to that I spent quite a bit of time of my youth playing, so maybe we'll see that on the next episode of the Bug Report. And remember, I want to see your reports on my desk by tomorrow morning.